Hey, hello. Hi, I'm Adam Silverman. I am a general internist. I've been practicing for over 30 years. I also serve as the Chief Medical Officer at Syllable Corporation, and I am here to debunk your health myths. Oh, you're going to love myth number 5. Is organic food better for you than non-organic food? It is a great question, and I heard the best answer to this from the Chief Medical Officer at Kroger. Now you might ask, who is Kroger and why do they have a Chief Medical Officer? And those are two very good questions. Kroger is one of the largest grocery store chains in America, and why would a grocery store have a Chief Medical Officer? Well, the fact is that we have learned over time that food is good medicine, that if we eat a healthier diet, and we can talk or debate what healthy really is, but if we eat a better diet than a worse diet, then it will promote better health. And the Chief Medical Officer for Kroger said, there's a big debate in this country around organic versus non-organic. We don't want anybody to feel excluded from feeling good about eating good food. So they don't take a stance on organic versus non-organic food. They just take a stance on real food versus highly processed food. To me, I would agree with Chief Medical Officer at Kroger. It doesn't matter whether you're buying organic or non-organic, it's just, are you buying less processed as opposed to more processed food? So some people may ask, what does the doctor do? It all depends. There's some things that I eat organically. So I eat organic grass-fed beef just because I think it tastes better. There are certain fruits that I will get where I think organic makes sense, like raspberries and strawberries, where the non-organic variety tend to have a lot of pesticides associated with them. But other than that, I really don't pay a whole lot of attention.
No arms or legs is basically how you exist right now, Kevin. You don't do anything.
All right, well, let's get back to it. Okay, well, a good trick is to pump to the tune of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Are you actually instructed to do CPR to the tune of Staying Alive? That's a great question. I've never been taught CPR using any rock song. What they have basically told us is do it 100 beats per minute. So you had to identify what 100 beats per minute was. And it turns out that Staying Alive by the Bee Gees is at the rate of 100 beats per minute. I have never seen that episode of The Office before, and I never heard of using Staying Alive as your metronome for doing accurate CPR, but it makes a lot of sense. Why not? You got to give people something to anchor to. Myth number 7. Should you drink 8 glasses of water a day? Like many things and many of these questionable myths, they come from somewhere. Where the 8 glasses a day come from is probably 8 8-ounce glasses of water is 64 ounces of water, and 64 ounces of water is a gallon. And that seems like a reasonable amount of water that somebody should drink over the course of the day. Now, what it discounts is the fact that the human body is incredibly resilient. If you go into the desert and don't drink any water, you will likely expire in 24 to 48 hours without any additional water. But if you take just a little bit of water with you, then you're going to really prolong your existence because your body has a tremendous way of conserving fluid over time. In the general population, for people like you and me, and for my producer Chris, who plays a lot of basketball, I say don't worry about it. Pay attention, more importantly, to the color of your pee. Because the darker your pee is, the less water you're drinking. The lighter yellow or clear, if that's the color of your pee, then you know you're drinking adequate amounts of water. So that's really the gauge that I tell people. If your urine is getting particularly dark and concentrated, you need to drink some more water. Myth number 8 comes from my producer's producer, Josh York from San Francisco, California. And Josh wants to know, does cold weather make you sick? Well, no! Cold weather does not make you sick. What makes you sick during the cold weather is that most of us spend more time indoors close to one another, so that if one individual in our circle is sick, then it's more likely that we will catch it from them. In the warm weather, the windows are open, the fresh air is moving in and out of our houses and our offices, and we're spending much more time outside. So what the cold weather does is it concentrates people together so that when one person gets sick, everybody gets sick, as opposed to the summertime where we spend much more time apart, so that those bad little nasty germs can't quite get to us as easily. Just remember, if you liked Dr. Debunking, please subscribe to the channel. And then you can send us your questions, and we could debunk your own myths. But just remember, my opinions are just my opinions, and they are not meant to be information on medical care.